Hey everybody, welcome back. After that Tainted Lazarus run, where thankfully we did accomplish something, I think it's time to, have fun. So, what about Maggie? You're looking at, Hush, Mega Satan, Delirium. Either that or True Ending. Hush, Mega Satan, Delirium, or True Ending. What that does not mean is Alt Path. You know what I'm realizing as well now? Tainted Maggie has the same hairstyle, you're gonna have to work with me on this one, as the picture of Elaine Bennis from Seinfeld, but where all of this, there's no enemies on this whole floor. But it's the photo of Elaine where, all of the Seinfeld characters have modernized hair and styling. Like, Jerry has a neck tattoo and a man bun, and then George is, dripped up with the Supreme gear, and he's got the Anthony Fantano mustache and stuff. It's not a knock. If anything, I'm like, dude, George is looking fresh. It's that same hairstyle, which I suppose makes sense, because the hairstyle was supposed to, embody the, I don't know, the mid-2010s, I suppose. I don't know if we're even past it yet. You only really know in hindsight, I think. This is the second secret room. Just something about the 3 pots on the other side, basically guarantees it. I don't know how to explain it. Just, you play enough of the game, you recognize some patterns. And then I think it's very clear where our other secret room is, but I did not preserve a bomb. Like a fool, I did not preserve a bomb. Nothing here really appeals to me. Let's send it. I think, hold on. I think we definitely smack you. I think we look, they're so scared, dude. They're so scared. I like having the straw. I feel like it's, and I know that we're gonna get so many comments, don't talk to me or my straw ever again. I will say, this is not inside baseball, but I've really tried to, in a weird way, I've tried to legitimize my YouTube titles. You gotta remember, I come from an era where everything, all media was insincere, if that makes sense. It's hard to explain, but everything was corporate, dress for the job you want. Hello, to whom it may concern. I am very interested in applying for your job at the Poison Factory because I want to be a good cog in the machine, it was like that. So on YouTube, I got in the habit of putting things, the title of the episode describes the series, for sure. But then also is boring. The title is boring. For the most part. Now I'm trying to, honestly, make the titles sound a little bit more natural, because the Zoomers have freed me from millennial, fake, polite corporate speak. Genuinely. Looking at, Twitch and YouTube and Twitter and realizing that instead of, feeling a smug sense of superiority, because I'm like, oh, well, my titles are written with perfect grammar and capital letters, and they expand people's vocabulary. Instead, I'm like, I can just call an episode, hey, it's the Binding of Isaac Repentance, I gave the game the middle finger. Which is not clickbait, it's the literal truth from the last episode, even though it feels like it was 10 episodes ago, because of how long that last one was. And then, people will embrace that. To some people will be like, I miss the days when I was dumber, when you seemed smarter. You've changed, even though I've changed. But, there's nothing you could do about that online. That's kind of... It's a way of the world, baby. I am going to become the Joker, but not in a bad way. I'm going to take Succubus, and this is a really easy way to squander our devil deals for the future. But I think we're reaching a point where we don't have to, and we'll consider this, but we don't have to play Tainted Maggie as if she's Tainted Maggie forever. if we have the ability to just play this as if we're just like a character agnostic, strong person. You know what I mean? And I think that's where we're at right now. This run feels unbelievably fast. Like I feel guilty. I feel like I'm rushing. You see that tweet? And I'm so happy we have banter finally because I feel like this run has some strength to it. But did you see that tweet that was Heath Ledger's Joker? And it said, people show you their true selves in their final moments. We can't afford to take that. What if it's a health down? And then the second panel of the reaction image is Green Goblin from Spider-Man 1 grabbing J.K. Simmons by the throat. Sorry, J. Jonah Jameson, as played by J.K. Simmons, by the throat. And the Green Goblin asks, who takes your photos of Spider-Man? And then J. Jonah Jameson says, I don't know, they dropped them off through the mail. Really, it was, first off, funny, because it references a piece of media from, you know, years that I'm nostalgic for, which is just a recipe for engagement to begin with. But secondarily, it's true. I forgot. Despite the fact that, you know, I've seen the movie many times, my prevailing memory of J. Jonah Jameson from the Raimi trilogy was that he's kind of a D-hole, in a way that's a little endearing, for sure. But you're like, oh yeah, he's rude. That's like his number one thing is he's rude. But he really did save Spider-Man's life, man, with that, or at least, you know, he was a good guy about it, let's put it that way. I mean, with 9 lives, you definitely snag this. They won't let me take it! Disappointed! What, I mean, it's still awesome, don't get me wrong. That was a great move. I'd like to say, big ups to J. Jonah Jameson. This episode goes out to J. Jonah Jameson. Honestly, great work preserving the identity of Spider-Man. Keep it up. Proud of you. Great moves. Okay, so we would like to, if possible, blow up the bomb flies right here. You grab a spirit heart, and then who knows? The spirit heart is disappearing. Okay, I wouldn't worry about your spirit hearts too much then. As really good? Like insanely great? I'm going one deeper. I'm going to the freaking moon, man. Continuum? I'm thinking, okay? I'm thinking. Maybe you've heard of it. It's not good enough. It's not good enough. I'm still thinking. I do, like, I really want to open the Giga chest. Dude, you know what I've been I'm thinking of running for office, and the answer to that question is no, I'm not, but let's just pretend, because it's a good preface for this bit. I am sick of the gig economy. If I'm elected, I pledge to create the giga economy. Okay, look, I'm sick of the gig economy. If elected, I promise I will create the giga economy. You can't tell me that people in the audience wouldn't be loving life if they heard that. You're kidding me. They would lose their minds. They would be like, that sounds great. Yes, please. Look, there have been stupider slogans that have taken hold. Read my lips. I will not eat my broccoli. I forget. I think this is a legitimate quote. So we're taking a very roundabout way here, but just give it a sec, okay? Because Ghost Baby, I have no. Oh, it's already exploded. We might as well just pick it up. We're not getting the battery charge, and I guess it gets us maybe closer to conjoined, which is obviously fantastic. This floor is annoying to me, but in a good way, because there's a lot of potentiality. But we would have played it differently in hindsight if we knew. Let's go! If we knew what it had available, we would have played it differently for certain. But look at this. We're coming out of it, at least, and it's not items. You really hope that you'd get items out of this, but we're coming out of this with some good consumables. I gotta remember, I have the store key as well. So, you know, we might be able to finesse something else from our shop, at least. 1 bomb for 2 bombs. We spent a long time on this floor, but it's okay. We're still ahead of schedule. I think I spent 6 minutes on this floor talking about J. Jonah Jameson, and yet we're still like... I mean, yeah, I'm thinking I'm Pog. Okay, we got 14 cents. What do you got for me? It's kind of tempting to get a potato peeler to pop here. Just one time. And, I mean, you know what? You should, honestly... I don't think I should take myself down to 1 life. Because I think with... Well, you know what we could do? Well, I was going to say 1 life plus a spirit heart is not that bad. But the spirit heart won't last. So I think... What do we have here? We got a level 4 and a level 3. I think I'm going to chill right there. And you... Come on, this is not cowardice. I just threw 7 lives into the ether. But we did this... Because it's possible we'll run into some champions on the next floor that'll make life mighty annoying. But, obviously, we also picked up like a disproportionate amount of positivity as a result of this. But what we would love to see, and thankfully now have seen, are some HP upgrades as well. And Succubus is going to be this much better as a result. If I walk into enemies, we will lose our Deal with the Devil chance. We probably don't even really want a Deal with the Devil to show up on this floor. But I'm not really in the position of trying to, like, you know, play with the loom of time and change the, you know, interweaving of the strands. I think I'll just, you know, live with whatever kind of deterministic universe this semi-random seed provides me with, and... see how things change after that. Oh, okay. Well, I guess we did spend a key up there. It was just at the last second. That's all right. I was willing to look, so we might as well be willing to look. The Elaine Bennis run is popping off. Anyway, that's pretty much all I got. What were we talking? Oh, J. Jonah Jameson? Yeah, what a guy. Heart of gold. Speed down. It's not that bad. We have store key. With store key, you should always look. Always look. And I gotta tell you, I don't want to blow up the donation machine too much, but I do think that this item is actually pretty good. It's really good if you're going deep into the game. And I'm trying to think. So what are we doing? We're going to be taking... Oh, we were trying to do Mega Satan. My mistake. Well, you know what this run is then? It's Hush Delirium. Which is that's a natural pairing that we don't have to be upset about. I don't know if Hush Delirium necessarily benefits from that item, but I certainly, you know, I think you could do worse. So again, we're looking at this point, I really think HP is really all we need. And I'm not rerolling a size and range upgrade. Like, it might strike you as not the most efficient use of our limited resources. And admittedly, can I just tell you that I took the item before I remembered that I had the D6? Credit card, let's go. That's free devil deals, though. I think we might rather take that over something from the shop. Regardless, I don't know. Here's my thesis on why I take this item. Big tears are funny and look cool. Alright, the Elaine Bennis run is now canceled. I regret to inform you the Elaine Bennis run is canceled. But we're pretty much done with this floor. This is going pretty well. That's a reroll in my world. Honestly, the D1 is pretty good. I'm going to see if we can get one more charge, though, because, again, we are, believe it or not, still ahead of schedule. I'm not always right. Sometimes my barometer for when to stay and when to go is not in a great spot. I mean, I've made mistakes in the past in that capacity. But I certainly, I merely ask you, as somebody who used to be of the opinion that you can go to the boss rush on literally every single run, I merely ask you to trust me on this one. By the way, I no longer think that's true. That's fine. Bad trip. It is full health, but credit card's better. Shot speed down, I would describe as essentially irrelevant. A dice room! Now that's a reward. For all of our, troubles, that's a reward. Okay. Can I tell you something? I definitely do not take. You can call me a coward if you want. Luck up, speed down? Now I'm like, maybe I do reroll. No, I don't. I don't. I was just thinking about it. 0.76 speed is bad, but we will get more. Let's be more aggressive with our rerolls in the future. Like, this is still good. This run is still in a great spot. We are now 30 seconds behind schedule, and the speed downgrade will change things slightly there as well. Buy this real quick, just so we can reroll the D1. Then we're out of here. But keep in mind, it's pretty easy for us, thanks to the portals, to make up a lot of space, or a lot of speed, I should say, on the womb floors. So for now, we're not gonna be going too fast, but that's okay. That's okay. Sometimes it can take us to special rooms, I think, as well. Anyway, let's get it going here. I'm stretching out because I know that was the relaxing floor where we could take a lot of time. Now things are going to get intense. I'm actually just going to go to the secret room. Just thinking. I don't want to ruin our deal with the devil to take that just yet. I mean, we could diagonally walk, and I'm worried that if I don't go in there, like, right away, I'm gonna forget. That's obviously the major concern. But I think that this is the smart play. And, of course, don't even get me started, dude. Like, items from the secret room. The secret room is like the new devil room. The pools in there are... there's so many amazing items. Help me, please. Help me. I'd just like to exit the room. You wouldn't believe me, but I'm holding the button down with... I don't know if you can see this, but I'm doing it as hard as I can. Aqua Teen Hunger Force, anybody? Bueller? Bueller? Anybody? Bueller? Anyway, I'm excited. It's a busy week for content. I had, you know, schooled yesterday. Tokyo 2021, but technically Tokyo 2020, I suppose. This is gonna suck. We're going to lose our deal with the devil in all likelihood. Never mind, I still don't understand, like, what this room's supposed to be, even though you see it every run. It dawned on me, like, again, it's just that this is such a minor sign of the times. But it's kind of funny to me. I bought Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. It was so long ago that I lived in a different place. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean it's been a long time. But let me put it into further context. A week and a half ago, I had my first mortgage renewal. So, like, it has been such a long period past, for obvious reasons, between the release of Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games and Tokyo 2020. No deal. That hurts. Sure. Marrow's okay, I think. Although our bone heart appears to be decaying. Such a long time passed between them that not only did I move, but also the bank was like, "Hey, we gotta lock you in again at a variable rate mortgage." To which I replied, "I think I'd rather have a fixed rate mortgage because Tiff Macklem seems to be moving in a little bit more of a hawkish direction lately." And they said, "Okay, you got us. Here you go. Take your discount rate and get out of it. Don't you come back." Anyway, that's just me in my head having an argument with the bank about mortgage rates, because that's the kind of shower arguments you have when you get a little older, I suppose. Now, missing page 2. Like I said, incredible item pool. Unbelievably strong items exist in there. And then also missing page 2. I'm excited for that. I mean, it's really funny looking at the reviews for Tokyo 2021 on Steam. The reviews are not good, for the record. But I just love playing these weirdo sports games to begin with. Something like Olympic Games are such a... What a terrible floor, man. There's such an interesting kind of like unicorn for me. Just because of the fact they only come around like once every 2 years. You know, some for the summer games, some for the winter games. And usually, I'll take a Steam sale. Usually are like pretty bad, but are always like they try to put their own unique spin on it every time, which is very funny to me. We can still make it here. I know you're thinking he's never gonna make it. It's Hush. It's Hush we gotta make, so I'm not sweating it yet. I'm not sweating it yet. But in the reviews, it's hilarious to see that people are actually now nostalgic for London 2012, the Olympic Games. So many of the reviews are like, London 2012 was a classic, and this is a abomination. This is a slap in the face. It's really funny. I mean, it's been like 9 years since London 2012 came out, for one, so, you know, there's time for that nostalgia to build, but that is not the way it was perceived at release. At release, people were like, $60 for this minigame collection that kind of stinks? I don't think so. Remember, we don't need to make Boss Rush. Shrink Shot, not that good. Omega Penny, not that good. Not that good, when we already have a spacebar item, at least. But I don't disagree. I'm if anything, I'm actually happy that, like, people have kind of come around, you know? I think London 2012 is a fine game. And if you're into Olympic games, if you're into sports games, if you're into mini-game collections, London 2012 is basically like kind of a bad but semi-more realistic version of Mario Party. There's something about like casual competition that tickles my fancy. Okay, buddy in a box. I'll pay for this, I suppose. What happened on this run? I guess the only thing that I want to say is that I'm so happy that I actually did do the potato peeler stuff. Because I feel like if I hadn't done that, we would be miserable right now. Like, that's basic. Well, we do have Succubus, 9 lives, and Cricket's Body. I'm taking this, dude. You want to give me conjoined? Then give me conjoined. I'm not... With Cricket's Body, we get some serious coverage out of it. I'm taking a stab at this one, man. I'm giving it a try. We do have a 100% Devil Deal chance here, so... Just trying to, you know, get my HP up so that, you know, we don't lose a Bone Heart, maybe. Keep things moving. This run did get a little stinky. I'm hopeful that we can pull out of the stink. I mean, the bit rate has got to be suffering now. I'm hopeful we can pull out of the stink. The damage we're doing is awesome. I really feel like the only thing that separates, like, the reality we slipped into where this run's a little stinky is only really because we didn't get that Devil Deal on the 72% chance. Now I'm like, I'm not sweating this so much. So what do we want? You pretty much have to take the negative here just because it provides you with some usefulness. Neither of these are incredible, but we will take them both because we do have the credit card, and we may never get another opportunity. I don't know. This is, well, we got to do it out of tune. That's usually not a problem for me, but I don't want to get DMCA'd. What would you do if I sang out of tune? Would you stand up and waltz out on me? No algorithm. Algorithms hate him. How one man totally fricked his singing voice to avoid getting content ID matched. Suck on that, Ringo Starr. We wish to wish you a Merry Christmas. But also, we wish to go this way. Because... Don't close on me, Walt. This could provide us with some utility. Thank you. That's not good enough now. Early on, when you consider the extra planetarium chance, it could be. Right now, it lacks. It lacks. That was a great pill. Can I tell you, I'm picking up Robo Baby, and there's really no point to it except that, like, it's kind of like a meme now that we have so many familiars that I feel like increasingly, it's not like familiars get better over the more you have. If anything, they get worse because they get, you know, shoved deeper and deeper into the queue where they're less likely to actually be able to hit their targets. However, it do be funny that I have so many. So, you know. If anything, it strengthens the quality of the joke. So this, again, I'm really, like, trying to stay frosty here. I feel like beating the odds, getting this 33% Devil Deal chance, it doesn't have to be guppy, like, but we need something. I mean, keep in mind, I'm trying to beat Hush, which I don't think this run is particularly well suited for as is. And then on top of that, trying to pivot that into like a Delirium fight, which is ambitious. Let's just call it ambitious. So we didn't beat the odds, but we did get Mr. Dolly, which is at least a little tiers upgrade. And then we can go to our secret room, which I hope is close to the boss fight. Seems like it might be. And we get money. Money's good in this context, because we do have one more shop remaining on the Hush floor. And of course, we do have Steam Sale. In theory, you could play an Eddie room here and try to, you know, become like a Mega Satan dude. Become one of those Mega Satan type dudes. I think I've already kind of committed to that not being the way. One thing's for certain, though. This is one of those situations where, like, if we win, it's a very non-traditional source of victory. That's a great item. Or a trinket, I should say. Wow. No, it's not good enough. Our speed's too low to make it useful. This is when I say a non-traditional source of victory, I mean, usually you get, like, some good items. This is 9 lives plus potato peeler, just coming through in the clutch. Why not? You should take this first, but I do appreciate the idea of a giga chest, which could have 2 items in it. Poison shots, yeah. I think you take fruitcake here. It's a little spooky, but still kind of... I mean, it's likely to be good. I don't know if this is fortunate or unfortunate. It's not bad. School bag probably is reroll potential. Lover's card? I don't say no. So I think we take... It's tough, man. I don't know. I think we take fruitcake because the amount of tiers we got, I think the tier effects have a chance to be better. And then believe... well, hold on. No. We're liking this luck stat. Grab calm and cold, which is merely okay. Reroll school bag into demon baby. And again, the punchline continues. Want to make God laugh? Tell him your plans, and then show him how many, goodbye. Show him how many familiars you have. He'll be like, whoa, dude, that's a lot. And I'll be like, right, God? I'm just trying to make sure that what's happening on this run doesn't happen, which is me dying. So keep that lover's card good to go. Via fruitcake, we should have a decent amount of damage here. And not to mention, we got the added benefit of our, you know, 2 Super Meat Boys chunking in there. But I do think that there's a potential loss here. I was just gonna say we should probably try not to lose our Bone Heart, but I actually think we would have lost it regardless, believe it or not. So I stand by our decision to try to use the Lover's card to preserve our HP that actually stays preserved. This is what we want. Yeah. It's okay. You're still fine. Please spawn some minions. Like, if we used our Lover's card earlier, I think our Bone Heart... Oh, really? Would have preserved. Okay. I mean, like, we lose. What do you want me to say? Am I upset? Not really. I just, like... I acknowledge the role that I play in my own demise here. But it's kind of like... It's a frustrating way for this one to end. Just because, like, I think it really puts into perspective that we were hidden above our weight class on this run. I do think that this is just a challenge. Like, just due to the way that HP works as Tainted Maggie, like, the more, the longer a boss fight goes on, the harder it is. So something like, you know, a Hush fight in particular is mighty nasty. And we literally have, like, no... Okay, that fruitcake killed us on that one. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. At least it was mercifully short this time. See ya.